Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay and today we're doing a shop my stash style affordable get ready with me using all clean products. If you guys aren't already subscribed, I'd love to have you, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Try to get this video to 320 likes, so give this a thumbs up. But let's get into the video. Alright guys, let's get started on this face. I have the Found 24 karat gold primer here. This, when I first tried it, I really enjoyed it. I haven't really tested out a ton since. It's just been sitting in my drawer. That's why I love videos like these, just to revisit products. This is a silicone-free primer, I believe. I thought this was really interesting when I picked it up because it kind of looks like the YSL, the Touche Clot, like gold infused primer, which I used way back when I used Conventional Beauty. And this is not really similar because there's no silicone in it. It does feel just like really nice and refreshing on the skin because it has that hyaluronic acid in it. I think it's a good primer, especially for the price. It goes on really nicely and has a really nice slip to it, and the more you rub it in, I feel like it gets a little bit tacky, but I feel like it also just gives you a really nice glow. So, you know, I definitely need to put that out on my vanity because every time I use it, I'm always impressed by it. For foundation, I'm going to be using one of my OG favorites, Pacifica Light Clean Foundation. I haven't used this in a while, but I was on a streak with this. I think like during the summer, I would wear it basically every day. It's just such a nice foundation and it's really accessible. You can find this at Target. I'm gonna start with one pump and see how far that goes. This is my darker shade. I have like 3 different shades of this, but I think this one will work. Just using my Real Techniques sponge to blend this in. Yes, this has so much coverage. One of the reasons why I love it. I don't think I've ever used this foundation with that Found primer. I can definitely tell, like, just by the sound of my sponge when I'm pressing it in, like, it is very grippy, if that makes any sense. Like, I totally remember why I love this foundation so much. Like, one layer, and it's such full coverage, and it always looks really nice on the skin, and it wears well. So, what more could you want? And I really love the finish of it. It's just like a light satin. This is going to be one of my very last videos in this setup. I'm so excited. Moving it very soon. I'm going to have a whole new office, lots of upgrades, new lighting, new background, and a lot of fun stuff coming up. I'm going to keep it like a lifestyle background. I think I would really just enjoy that more than having, you know, something up behind me. And yeah, really excited. Can't wait for you guys to see very soon. Beginning of April, those videos will be in my new setup. It probably won't be like totally set up at that point. It might take me a couple weeks to order stuff, especially since like all the stores are closed, so I can't really go out and buy anything. Next, for concealer, I'm going in with another Pacifica product. This is their Liquid Cover Full Coverage Lasting Concealer, and this is the shade 20 NF. And the foundation, by the way, this is 27 Warm Medium. I also use, I believe, 24 Neutral Light for my middle shade, and then I have one even fairer than that. Sometimes I just mix them depending on what stage of self-tan I'm at. I'm gonna go ahead and use this concealer, another product I haven't used in like such a long time. I do remember liking this when I got it. I was blending this out with my sponge. This concealer definitely has a really nice amount of coverage. I remember being so excited when this and the foundation came out, because I feel like in Clean Beauty there wasn't a ton of like full coverage things. If you guys have any like foundation recommendations or foundations you want me to try out on my channel, feel free to comment below. I'm always open to losing my voice now. I'm always open to testing new foundations. Like, it doesn't matter if I already have so many foundations, like I will try them because I know the struggle of finding a good foundation, like not even just in Clean Beauty but in Conventional Beauty. It's such a personal thing. And there's so many foundations that like just don't live up to the bar, if you know what I'm saying, especially clean foundations. But yeah, feel free to comment anything below on any of my videos. I will definitely listen to your suggestions. This looks really good. I always forget how good this Pacifica foundation is, but every time I use it, I'm like, it's bomb. Ready for powders, I have 2 I want to mention. First is the Honest Beauty one. I'm pretty sure this is more upwards towards the $20 max. This is the Honest Beauty Invisible Blurring Loose Powder. This is extremely matte if you want something like this. Not my favorite for under the eyes because under your eyes doesn't really produce oil, so anything too drying Like if it looks too drying at first, it's usually not going to get better throughout the day. But this in the T-zone, like it will keep you matte. And then my other suggestion I'm going to use today is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder. I saw this at Target a while back. Decided to pick it up. It's a talc-free powder. Really pretty. It does have a sheen through it. It reminds me of the Hourglass Veil powder, but even better. So I think it's a dupe for that because they have similar finishes. This one I think looks even better on my skin, especially under the eyes. The Hourglass one isn't my favorite for under the eyes, but this one I can use everywhere. And I do have a couple different shades. This is the lightest one. It's pretty translucent. And of course it's e.l.f. so it's very affordable. I'm going to press out any of the creases. I'm actually going to set using my sponge today. I don't usually do that. Oh, that looks so pretty. What? Do a little bit more with my brush just to make sure everything's really set into place. Now with a big fluffy brush, I'm going to take this for the rest of my face and set everything down. I also have this Pacifica Neutral Mattifier in the shade 1. I think I'm going to take a little bit of this in my T-zone. Using a bit of a flatter brush for this. And I'm just adding this. I feel like it adds a little bit of coverage too. And it's almost highlighting because of the light shade. I do have two options for bronzer as well. Another product from Pacifica. I feel like Pacifica is one of my favorite affordable brands and they're really accessible. They're at Target, they're at Ulta. Like, this is so pretty. This bronzer shade specifically is so smooth and buttery. Even these highlights and blushes, like this is an amazing little palette for the price. Doesn't seem like anything that would like be that good. I don't know, I feel like this packaging is just like, not a huge fan of that packaging, but I think the formulas are just amazing. And then another product I love is the Han Cosmetics bronzer. This is not my favorite shade. This is Ibiza, which is warmer and it has a like sheen through it, which I find to be a little bit patchy. But Malibu of the Han bronzer is amazing. Like I raved about that for so long. One of my favorite clean bronzers when I first got into clean beauty, but I'm gonna use the Pacifica one today. And this bronzer is matte, by the way. I just love the tone of it. It is warmer, but it's so soft and it has the perfect amount of pigmentation so I can really have it sheer or build it up. It just always blends really nicely into anything I put it on. You do have like medium to deeper skin though. I don't think this bronzer would really even show up on you because it's more on the sheer side. I would recommend, I think Han has a deeper shade of their bronzer. I also saw that new brand Vesca, they make just bronzers and they have like a huge shade range of bronzers, which I think is really cool. I've seen some other YouTubers try those. I think it's really nice they made like a good range of bronzers because I can imagine like having deep skin, like how do you even find a bronzer or contour? And then kind of same goes with really fair skin is, you know, if you want something lighter, usually bronzers are just within the same couple shades. As for blush, I know these are right at the $20 point, but I just had to mention these because these are such an incredible formula for the price. The Tower 28, these are the Beach Please tinted balms. You can use these on your lips and your cheeks. These are such a beautiful, dewy, just like, seems like a very high-end product, but at a more affordable price. And these are for sensitive skin, which is really cool. This is the shade Magic Hour, which is my favorite, the one I'm going to use today. It's like this nude pink. They also have the shade Happy Hour. I think this would be so pretty if you have like deeper skin, or you could use it on fair skin, just have to go like very light-handed. These are extremely pigmented. And then we also have Golden Hour over here, which is this really soft, not very soft, it's actually a pretty pigmented orange. I think these are just all so stunning. Like if you want a cream blush that is just gonna look great on your skin and give you that dewy cheek but not wear off and just stay for a really nice amount of time, please check these out. They're like one of my favorite cream blush formulas. Another affordable option are the Honest Beauty ones. I really enjoy those as well, but these ones have just stolen my heart lately. For these, as I mentioned, super pigmented, so you need the tiniest amount. What I like to do is get some on my brush and then tap off like literally the majority of it, because even with just one dip you get such a great amount of color on it. So then I take whatever's left on my brush, do this weird little face, and then stipple onto my face. You can also use a sponge for this part if you want. Sometimes I do that. To highlight, I don't really have an affordable highlight that I really love. Oh, I love the Honest Beauty one actually, but I wanted to use the Pacifica highlight in this palette. But besides the Honest Beauty one, I mean, I don't really have a ton of powder highlights clean highlights in general. I feel like there's not a ton on the market. I know Aether Beauty just released some, but I've heard some like bad reviews on them that they accentuate texture. That's like one of my main concerns, so I'm not really sure about those. If you have tried them, do you like them? Do you not like them? Let me know below. I'm just applying this with a fan brush. This is really pretty. It's an in-between, like a very natural highlight and a more dramatic one. Brows, I couldn't really think of a brow recommendation either. I usually just use like a ColourPop brow pencil, or I use my Thrive Cosmetics one. I'm pretty sure this is over $20. Not sure the exact price on this, but ColourPop one, very affordable. I go through brow pencils so quick, like I feel like an affordable one is just the way to go. But I am going to use my Thrive one today just because my ColourPop one is empty. I need to get a new one. Those are only like $8. Moving on to our eyes, I have two palettes we're going to be working with today. First is the Pacifica hemp infused eyeshadow called Cosmic Reflect. This palette I really wanted to like. It's kind of interesting. I like how it has some more brighter jewel tones. But my problem with this palette is there's 3 matte shades, and it's a matte green, a matte orange, and like this cream color, which I feel like for this size of a palette, there needs to be more matte, like at least a brown or like a deep purple or something. There's so many metallics, it's really hard to put together a look. And then even like the green, I feel like it's a little bit patchy, and not all of these have a really good amount of pigment. Some are a little bit less pigmented than others, so like overall it's an interesting palette, but just not my favorite. In terms of pigment and blendability, I think Pixi has some great eyeshadows. Okay, yeah, this is right at $20, $20.49. It's the Heart Defensor palette from Pixi. These shades are so pretty, like these warm tones. You get a nice amount of mattes and metallics. They blend out really easily. So I definitely recommend this one over the Pacifica one. But if you wanted like more shades like these, I mean, this one's pretty decent, but overall I do prefer the Pixi one. I'm gonna start with this matte peachy color as my transition. I also wanted to mention the Lawless palette. I think that's $20, the little one palette that has a really good amount of neutrals in it, and I like those formulas. I mentioned that in my 2019 favorites. Alright, next up I'm taking the next deepest, still warm orangey type of shade. Keeping this shade more focused on the outer half of my eye. I'm taking that same shade and just running it on the outer half of my lower lash line and really smoking it out. Doing a lot of warm looks lately, but I'm kind of feeling them. Next, to deepen up the crease, I'm taking this. It's a brown. It almost has a little bit of a purpley hue to it, but still warm toned. Focusing that on the outer V of my eye. And this one isn't totally matte, it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but nothing too crazy. Now that that's pretty blended out, I'm going in with the Pixi. This is their From Head to Toe Endless Shade Stick, which is this gorgeous bronze shade. I think these are a really nice stick shadow formula. If you want like an even cleaner option, the Say Moi stick colors. None of them are metallic, but those are really cool little sticks. Also available at Target. I'm not sure if they sell those in stores, but I did get mine online from Amazon, I believe. So I'm just going to put this on the lid, by the way. Just drawing on a general shape, and then I'm going to take my finger and blend it in even further. Take this and put it right on the center of my lower lash line for a little bit of a pop. I think I just want to amp up that shade a little bit more, so I'm going to go in with this shade from the Pixi palette, which is really similar to that, just a nice bronze. I'm applying this with my finger. I also want to use this brighter orangey type of gold, and I think I'm going to put this on the outer corner of my lid. Yeah, that's pretty. For eyeliner, I'm going to take the Honest Beauty liquid liner. You guys know I'm super picky with liquid liners. I hadn't really found a super clean one I liked until this one came out. I love this. The only complaint with this, I feel like, is just the felt tip applicator. It's a little bit more difficult to work with. If you're not the best at doing wings, this might be a little frustrating to work with. Just really take your time. You could always clean it up. I wish this was like in a brush tip like pen. It would be incredible because it's super black and it has a more matte finish, which I just love how it looks on the eye. So I'm going to go ahead and do a wing with this, and then we'll do lashes. For mascara today, I want to try the Mineral Fusion. This is the voluminizing mascara. I haven't tried this yet, so this will be like a first impressions. I also wanted to show you guys the Pixi Endless Stick on my hand. Like, same with that eyeliner. It literally does not come off. Like, those are very long wearing. But anyway, let's try this mascara out. Alright, I guess it was pretty volumizing. Didn't do much else though. I mean, like, it's a decent mascara. Not something I'd recommend though. I feel like until something is better than the Alien mascara, I won't really recommend anything but that. If you want a more affordable one, I do like the Honest Beauty one. I think that's a great one for the price. That's probably one of my favorite mascaras. It does smudge a tiny bit, but in terms of like how it looks, it's super pretty. I might actually just go grab that one and layer it up on top of this. Now for our lips, I think there's a ton of great affordable lip products, so I wanted to talk you through a couple of them. First is the PYT Strike Twice Lip Duo. You get a lipstick on one end, which is like this really cute little mini lipstick. I'll swatch this for you guys. It's a really pretty nude. And then on the other side, you get a matching gloss, which is the same exact color, which I think is awesome. And both of these formulas are really nice, so you could go with either side, one or the other, or layer them. They're just a really nice little like compact travel option. And then the Honest Beauty liquid lipsticks, I could not go this whole video without mentioning these. They're like my favorite liquid lipsticks probably out of everything that I own. They're so comfortable. They don't dry to a complete matte, so they still look like hydrated lips, and they just wear so well. Super comfortable if you have drier lips. And I just love the formula of these. My favorites are BFF and Off Duty. BFF is more a taupe nude, which I think I'm gonna use today, and then Off Duty is this more of a pinkish nude. Sometimes I mix them as well. I love, honestly, all the shades of these. I have a full swatch video if you guys are curious about any of those. I will link it in the info card. And then I have some glosses I want to talk about. First are the Pixi and Chloe Morello collab glosses. These are very, very shimmery, super fun colors. And this is the lip icing formula, which I did try previously from Pixi, and I love the like consistency of this gloss. Very non-sticky, and it has like a mintiness to it. Like, that's so pretty. And then there's this blue one. They look kind of bright, but they're actually pretty sheer. This one just has like purple pink sparkles in it, which would make your teeth look really white because it's more cool toned. And last but not least, the Tower 28 lip jellies. Guys, these are so good. They don't really feel like a gloss. They're almost like a lip treatment. So if you don't like a very sticky gloss, if you have very dry lips, these are, I couldn't recommend them more. I have two shades here. Again, they look bright, but they're very sheer. I have the shade Fire, which is the first one I got, and then the other shade is Fearless, which is this more purple tone. They also have a clear with shimmer, a red, really gorgeous array of shades. Again, check out Tower 28. They're an amazing brand. Sold on Sephora now as well, which is very cool. So I am going to be using the Honest Beauty BFF shade today. And these, I feel like you don't even really need a liner with them either. There's the shade BFF. I did overline my lips a little bit. Hopefully they don't look too crazy. I think I want to top it with this Pacifica gloss or the Tower 28 Fire. I feel like this one goes better, but this one is way more sparkly. Let's use the Pixi one. Just use this on the center of my lips. That looks so pretty. I was not expecting that. I think the blue actually goes really well with the shade. Okay guys, so our makeup is done. Here's the full face. I had so much fun filming this. I'm gonna go ahead, fix my hair. Maybe I won't fix it, but I'll be back for the outro. Hey guys, that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this affordable video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Really helps me out. Let's try to get this video to 320 likes. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love for you to join me. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.